was a long flight, but I'm here, standing in support of the Jewish people in the state of Israel. From New York to Tel Aviv, from faith to family, my commitment remains unshaken. But now let's take a detour, a dramatic one. Imagine this. You wake up in a $50 million penthouse, the sun pouring in through floor-to-ceiling windows that frame the skyline of one of the world's most glamorous cities. Your closet isn't just full, it's a curated museum of haute couture, each piece worth more than an entire luxury resort stay. And your last name? It's a golden key, a surname that opens doors money alone could never touch. Welcome to the world of Ivanka Trump. Before we begin, if you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below to let us know what you think. In this realm of power, privilege, and perfectly tailored designer lives, Tuesday is just another day of yachts, couture, and quiet control. It's a life most people can only dream of. Or perhaps envy is the more honest word. But here's where it gets interesting. Behind the sparkling Instagram posts, the picture-perfect family portraits, and the curated luxury is something far more compelling and far darker. This isn't just about luxury, oh no. This is about secrets, shocking secrets, the kind that could fuel an entire season of Netflix drama, and then some. We're talking A-list feuds, jaw-dropping spending on the most excessive luxuries you could possibly imagine, and yes, the kind of family drama that would make even the Real Housewives blush. So what's the truth behind Ivanka's perfect life? What does it really take to live in a world where millions mean nothing, but the right connection means everything? And more importantly, what price is paid for those connections? Have you ever wondered if she's really as flawless as she appears? Or if the mistakes of the Trump name hide a darker side we've only begun to uncover? Buckle up, because what we're about to reveal is more scandalous, more twisted, and more real than any filtered post could ever show. Think you know Ivanka Trump? Think again. This is the unfiltered story, the untold chapter, and trust me, it's just getting started. This is going to be far more dramatic than any glossy magazine article you've ever read. So go ahead, pour yourself a glass of champagne, or maybe just a strong cup of coffee. No judgment here, because what's coming next? It's about to get well customized and wonderfully unfiltered. Now don't get it twisted, yes. Ivanka Trump was born into one of the wealthiest families in America, but don't assume she was handed everything on a silver platter. Her father, Donald Trump, made sure of that. If anything, he ensured that Ivanka earned every single cent of her allowance. And that was only the beginning. While most teenagers were worrying about crushes or curfews, Ivanka was closing million-dollar real estate deals at just 15 years old. Yes, 15. Her life wasn't just glamorous, it was pressure-packed. While other kids were learning to budget their allowance, Ivanka was learning to navigate the world of high-stakes business. And speaking of glam, Ivanka didn't just stay behind the scenes. At 16, she was strutting down the runway for Versace, modeling in one of the world's most iconic fashion shows. But here's the twist. She walked away. Not because she failed, but because she refused to be reduced to just another pretty face. If you think success was simply handed to her, think again. Ivanka made sure the world knew she wasn't just someone's daughter. She set her sights on the prestigious Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. And she didn't just get in, she thrived. Wharton, one of the toughest, most elite business schools in the world, isn't for the faint of heart. But Ivanka wasn't there to sit pretty in a corner. She showed up, worked hard, and proved that her brain could shine just as bright as her image. This is where things start to get real. After graduating, Ivanka didn't jump straight into the Trump organization like most people probably expected. Instead, she took a job at a rival real estate firm. Talk about a power move. It was her way of saying, go ahead, accuse me of nepotism. She was determined to build her own name, her own path, without the shadow of Trump looming over every step. But even with all her ambition, being a Trump came with its own burdens. Every mistake she made, no matter how small, was magnified in the media. The pressure was relentless. It wasn't just about proving herself. It was about constantly fighting the perception that her success was nothing more than a byproduct of her famous father. Ivanka Trump wasn't satisfied being just the heiress to one of America's most recognizable names. She wanted to build a legacy of her own. Step into Ivanka's fashion empire, her bold entry into the fiercely competitive world of luxury retail. What started as a risky business move soon became a multi-million-dollar empire. Her brand exploded, generating over $100 million in sales. Not bad for someone still labeled as just the boss's daughter. Ivanka's designs became essentials for the modern woman. Elegant, smart, and above all, wearable. Her signature high heels became a must-have for powerful women everywhere, and they didn't go unnoticed. Celebrities like Oprah, Blake Lively, and even Michelle Obama were spotted wearing Ivanka's shoes, catapulting her brand into the spotlight. A win for Ivanka, and a moment that cemented her place not just as a socialite, but as a serious businesswoman. The fashion world once welcomed Ivanka Trump like royalty. But as with any rise to power, there were bumps along the way. Her fashion line, while commercially successful, came under fire after reports alleged that one of her brands exploited factory workers overseas. It was a public relations nightmare. This wasn't just a blip in the headlines. It was a serious dent in her polished public image. The allegations sparked a wave of controversy, and suddenly, Ivanka was forced to fight to preserve the image of an ethical businesswoman she had worked so hard to build. Then came the shock, a moment no one saw coming. Ivanka Trump shut down her own fashion brand. The question on everyone's lips was, why? Was it the intensifying political storm she found herself swept into? Or was it simply the endless drama that has seemed to follow every aspect of her business? Rumors swirled that the real reason behind the brand's collapse was something far more personal. An alleged conflict with an employee that escalated to an absurd level. Ready for this? The story goes that Ivanka actually fired someone for wearing Louis Vuitton's shoes to a meeting about shoes. Wait, yes, you heard that right. The irony of being fired for wearing a rival's designer shoes wasn't lost on people, and the story quickly went viral. Was that the final straw for Ivanka's fashion empire? Was it a calculated move to distance herself from the growing tension surrounding her brand? Or was there simply too much behind-the-scenes drama for the business to survive? And then came the lingering mystery. What happened to all the inventory? What does one do with thousands of unsold shoes, handbags, and clothes from a luxury brand? It turns out, collectors were willing to pay thousands of dollars for a piece of Ivanka Trump's fashion legacy. Her discontinued designs became coveted collectibles, commanding prices that made people wonder, was the shutdown a strategic move or simply the result of too much controversy? Either way, the closing of the Ivanka Trump collection marked the end of a luxury fashion era, leaving a void still filled with whispers and speculation to this day. For Ivanka Trump, real estate isn't just about owning property, it's about claiming a piece of the world. First up, a $25 million penthouse in New York City, a monument of opulence with panoramic views of the skyline and a closet that could swallow your entire apartment. Forget walk-in closets. This closet is the stuff of dreams. It's larger than most New York apartments, fully stocked with the finest designer labels. Who needs a house when your wardrobe could double as a penthouse? But of course, a penthouse in Manhattan isn't enough for someone of Ivanka's stature. Step inside her $5 million mansion in Washington, D.C., a show-stopping residence. And as any Ivanka fan knows, a home of this caliber is far more than just luxury. It's a power base, a venue for elite meetings and events that happen behind closed doors. Then there's the ultra-private Hampton estate, and we do mean private, because no one who truly belongs to the 0.1% ever advertises a retreat like this. Here, you'll find a heated marble doghouse. Yes, for her dog, because even her pets are treated like royalty. The Hampton home is a private retreat for Ivanka and her family, a place to escape the public gaze. But let's be honest, a place like this only adds to the legend of her extravagant life. Luxury isn't just about real estate. It's about how you move from place to place. And Ivanka's luxury fleet doesn't disappoint. A Bentley? Check. A Tesla? Of course. And let's not forget the custom Mercedes Sprinter van. Because why just drive to a meeting when you can do it in absolute style and comfort? This isn't just a vehicle, it's a luxury penthouse on wheels. Every inch is handcrafted and customized to provide the ultimate mobile experience. But the car is just the beginning. When you're Ivanka Trump, why fly commercial when you can pilot your own private jet? The Trump family jet is equipped with a king-size bed, so Ivanka can nap 40,000 feet in the sky, sipping champagne and waking up in a brand new city. Flying first class? That's for farmers. Why not live like royalty even at 35,000 feet? Then there's the purchase that proves she's in a league of her own, a $250,000 diamond-encrusted watch for her dog. That's right, she bought her dog a timepiece that cost more than most people's entire car. Sound excessive? It is. But in the world of the ultra-rich, no expense is too outrageous if it adds more sparkle to an already glittering life. A day in Ivanka Trump's life doesn't begin like most people's. She doesn't need an alarm clock. Her days are designed for peak success and maximum indulgence. It starts at 5 a.m. with a workout led by her personal celebrity trainer. Because even billionaires need to keep their bodies in top form. Pilates, yoga, maybe boxing. Every session custom tailored to keep her flawless, energized, and ready to run multiple empires. Breakfast? She's not eating a plain bagel. Think avocado toast, topped with gold leaf. Yes, real edible gold. Because when you live in the top 0.1%, why settle for anything less than edible luxury? And her errand outfits? Whether it's a custom suit or a $5,000 dress, her casual looks cost more than most people's yearly rent. For Ivanka, luxury isn't reserved for special occasions. It's a lifestyle worn head to toe every single day. But behind every perfect photo of Ivanka is a web of feuds and frenemy drama. One of the most publicized, or rather unspoken, riffs is with Vogue editor Anna Wintour. Despite her high status and impeccable connections, Ivanka is banned from the Met Gala, the biggest night in fashion, where most A-list stars would kill for an invite. Why, let's just say Anna doesn't exactly see Ivanka as fashion's darling. The tension is real. Rumors swirl that Anna wants no part of mixing high fashion with Trump politics. You might be able to buy your way into the Met Gala, but you can't buy respect in the world of true fashion royalty. And when it comes to family feuds, let's talk about Tiffany Trump, Ivanka's half-sister, who's known for her subtle but sharp criticisms. Often seen as an outsider within the Trump dynasty, Tiffany never shied away from expressing her thoughts about Ivanka's carefully crafted image. Their sisterly drama, whether through passive-aggressive social media jabs or tense moments behind closed doors, was far from fairy tale. And it's not just family drama. There's a clear dose of celebrity cold shouldering too. Ever heard of Beyoncé refusing to appear alongside Ivanka? At a high-profile event, Queen Bey reportedly made it clear she wasn't going to let Ivanka steal the spotlight. Let's talk about social snubs. Ivanka might have a closet full of couture and a matching bank account, but in Hollywood, it's clear. Not everyone wants to be near her. If you think Ivanka's life is just all glam and power moves, think again. She's been at the center of some truly wild scandals. Let's start with that infamous moment when she wore a $5,000 designer dress to a charity event for the homeless. Talk about being tone deaf. People were outraged. How could someone with so much wealth show up to help the needy dressed in something that could feed a family for months? It wasn't just a fashion faux pas, it was a full-blown PR disaster. And the media had a field day. As for Ivanka, she stayed silent. No apology, no clarification. The scandal stuck with her for a long time. The Tiffany box. Ivanka was once rumored to be so obsessed with the brand that she painted her trash can robin's egg blue to match the iconic Tiffany box color. Some called it eccentric, others called it ridiculous. But one thing's for sure, she loved that signature hue. The world wondered whether it was a clever marketing move or just another attempt to surround herself with luxury at every level of her life. Either way, it was enough to spark endless conversations and memes on social media. And the paparazzi? They've got their own tales about Ivanka. Ever wondered how she managed to escape attention when things got too hot? One of her favorite tricks was hiring a decoy car to distract photographers. It sounds like a Hollywood thriller stunt, but it was Ivanka's real life. The decoy would absorb the chaos while she slipped away. These bizarre maneuvers reflect how far she's gone to avoid the constant surveillance, often bordering on absurdity. And yet, every scandal only seemed to increase her fame. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. The power couple of Washington, D.C. together, they're the definition of influence, stretching from Wall Street to the White House. On paper, they're flawless. The daughter of a real estate mogul, a political insider, and $1 billion family bank account. Their wedding was a media spectacle worthy of every magazine cover. And their married life? A perfectly curated Instagram feed. But let's get real. Do they even like each other? Behind those polished photos and picture-perfect smiles, it's not always so clear. There's speculation that their relationship is more transactional than romantic, just like their business ventures. Rumors about their prenuptial agreement only fuel this narrative. One juicy piece of gossip: that Ivanka's prenup reportedly forbids divorce unless Jared agrees to walk away without a single pair of designer shoes. Yes, you read that right. The idea that a multi-billion-dollar empire could hinge on footwear is bizarre and telling. Is it a reflection of their relationship, or simply another way to safeguard Ivanka's fashion empire? Either way, their prenuptial drama keeps everyone guessing. But whatever the truth may be, this power couple continues to present a united front under the intense glare of political and social attention, even as whispers about their private life swirl in the background. When it comes to raising their children, Ivanka and Jared spare no expense. After all, normal is for normal people. Their kids attend a $50,000 a year private school, an elite institution reserved for the ultra-wealthy, promising to shape the world's next generation of leaders. Yet Ivanka often posts about how they're giving their children a normal childhood. Of course, their idea of normal includes private jets, vacations to exclusive resorts, and an entourage of nannies and security. But that's not all. The Kushner-Trump kids have private tutors, their own chef catering to their every craving, and just in case they need fresh air and some exercise, a pony. Nothing unusual, right? Just your standard family lifestyle, if you happen to be one of the richest people on the planet. And while Ivanka may try to paint her world as down to earth, the reality is glaring. Her children are being raised in a universe that is miles removed from the average family's experience, almost completely unrelatable. But hey, at least according to Ivanka, it's normal. So can you handle the constant scrutiny and scandal of Ivanka Trump's world? To some, she's a self-made mogul. To others, a legacy child born into gold. But one thing is certain, her life is anything but boring. From a $25 million penthouse to paparazzi chasing her every move, Ivanka lives in a high-stakes world where drama never sleeps and the pressure never fades. Love her or hate her, you can't look away. Whether it's wild extravagance, explosive family feuds, or viral scandals, Ivanka's life keeps pulling us in. But here's the real question. Would you trade places with her? Could you live under the spotlight every day, with impossible standards and constant whispers? Leave a comment below and maybe check your closet for hidden Tiffany boxes. You never know what secrets you might uncover. And remember, behind every billion-dollar empire, there's a mountain of drama. Stay tuned for part 2, because this story is far from over. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Ivanka Trump's world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a video as we continue to uncover the lives of the world's most powerful figures. Stay tuned for more incredible content.